Hello everyone, my name's Casey. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how to set up a project and get your sequence ready for editing in Adobe Premiere, and we might even sneak in how to do a cut and a fade. You pop open the program and this screen will show up, and I'm showing you this in CS 5.5. If you're running CS 6, it is similar. You're going to go ahead and click New Project, and then depending on what type of clips you're going to be using, you'll either want your capture format right here to be HDV or DV. We're going to go ahead and do HDV for now. You can go ahead and name your project down here. We're just going to name it Sample. And then click OK. And now what Premiere is asking you to do is tell it what you'd like your sequence settings to be. Now this is something that's a little different in CS6. You don't have to pay as close attention to this in CS6. The sequence, similar to Final Cut Pro, will go ahead and match whatever clip you put into it. But we're running CS 5.5 here, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it. The type of camera I use will give me AVC HD clips, and I know that I shot in 720p, and I know that I shot 30 frames per second. So that's what we're going to go ahead and choose here, AVC HD 720p 30. So go ahead and click OK, or you can name your sequence ahead of time, but we're going to leave it as sequence 1 for now. So right now you're looking at your main Premiere editing interface. Again, if you're running CS6, this view is going to look just a little bit different. If you want to get to the view I'm using, you can go up to Window and Workspace, and then you'll see Editing CS 5.5, and you can go ahead and switch it over to that. So we'll go to File, Import, and that's how we're going to go ahead and get our clips into the program. You can also just right-click in the bin. We're going to go ahead and do Import. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up 2 clips from that. And Premiere is pretty happy with most file types. That's why I like it. As a nonlinear editing system, you don't have to mess with it as much as you do something like Final Cut to get file types to agree. Double click on the clip and it's going to show up over here in our source monitor. What your source monitor does is it allows you to preview the file, and you can scrub back and forth. But it also allows you to set in points and out points using I for in and O for out. Now you can actually just click right in this picture and drag your clip where you've set your in points and out points right into your sequence. So if we take a closer look at that, we've just dragged it into our sequence and we can see our audio waveforms down here that Premiere generated for us. Let's go ahead and bring in another one, same way. Double click, in, I, out, O, and we'll drag it down into the timeline. So now let's say I'm looking at this clip and I don't want everything I brought in so far. We're going to go ahead and show you the razor tool. The shortcut to get to the razor tool, again, you can come right over here and click on it, or you can use C to get to it, C for cut. Go over your clip exactly where you want to make your cut. You can find it ahead of time using your scrubber. Then you just hover right over the scrubber and use the cut button, or you don't have to use the scrubber at all. You can make as many cuts as you want just by clicking. If you've made a mistake, Command-Z will undo it for you. Now switch back to your selection tool using the V key, and I'll show you how to delete a clip. You click on it and use the delete key. Simple as that. Let's show you one more thing. We're going to show you how to do a fade, just a basic fade. All of your tools for effects, at least in this view, are going to be right over here in the left-hand corner. So let's go to Video, Transitions. And now let's look at Dissolve. And again, we just want to do a basic cross dissolve. So all you need to do in Premiere to bring your basic cross dissolve over into your timeline is very simple. You just click and drag and slap it right in between these clips, and it'll make that cross dissolve for you. Whenever you do some sort of video effect like a cross dissolve, you're going to want to render it so you can view it in full quality. Sequence, Render Effects in Work Area. You can do that by going to Sequence and clicking Render Effects in Work Area, or you can simply hit the Enter key, which is what I'm going to do. Enter or Return. Now it'll render that file really quick. And now if we play the file and you take a look over in our program monitor, and you see, so we have a beautiful fade in between those 2 clips.